Federation Square are creating a digital time capsule for country football and netball clubs. So what they're doing is rounding up things from all football and netball clubs right around the country. They're going to put them in a time capsule at Fed Square. One of the very first clubs to sign up for this is the Marysville Football and Netball Club. And you know what's fantastic about this football club?
What's that?
Their nickname. You know what they are?
I should know.
The Villains. Marysville are the Villains, and the president of the Villains joins us online now, Graham Haycraft. Welcome to the Codabeens, Graham.
G'day, good morning.
Now, look, explain to us what Marysville are going to put in the time capsule.
Yeah, well, we put in a story about coming back after the Black Saturday bushfires and wanting to get community spirit going, and some enlightened guys got together and brought the club back after a break of about 30 years. And we're talking about how difficult that was and still is as we try to get our first premiership. We've got a veterans team happening at the moment, and the good news was that last year we actually got into the grand final and nearly got there.
Wow. Who knocked you over? Was it Wandon?
It was Wandon, yes, which interestingly enough was the team we played when we won our last premiership in 1973, in which I played, and that was against Wandon, so they got their revenge.
Yeah. So are there any of your old opponents from that game playing in the Wandon veterans?
I don't think so. I think, like me, they finally hung up the boots.
Graham, are you in charge of handling the possessions that you're going to put in the time capsule? And if so, we know country football is like a prank. Anyone put their mate's mobile or wallet in there? Jockstrap? Yes.
Well, we can't actually put in real things. It's virtual, so we're looking and putting stories in there. And you know, clearly, the idea about it is that within all of the communities forever, there's great stories about what's happening in communities with respect to football. You know, my father tells me of his father, who used to be involved with Wangaratta. They were born up that way, and he was a goal umpire, and a chap was kicking for goal, and one of the opposition swung on the goal post, and the ball actually hit the post, but he decided it was a goal anyway, and it caused great uproar.
Yeah, why not? If it hits the post, I reckon it should have been a goal.
Well, it was taken apparently through to their league, and the rules were changed to stop players from disturbing the goalposts.
Oh, rightly so.
Yep.
We're talking to Graham Haycraft, who is president of the mighty Villains, the Marysville Football and Netball Club. You're affiliated with Yarra Valley Mountain District League?
We are indeed,
Yep.
yes.
And how many teams are you fielding at the moment, Graham?
Well, we've managed to get going with one, which is our veteran side for the under 35s, and you know, our goals in the future is to get a young side going as well.
You got a netball side on the court?
We've got a netball team that's, well, at the start of this year, it's a social one this year, but we've actually got some netball. We've got a fabulous facility up at Marysville now, the new community centre, and we're looking for netball players as well, as it definitely need you guys to put on the boot for us to help us this season.
And Graham, after the fires, did Marysville in fact put together a proper A side, but then you had struggled to make the numbers, and that's why you're kicking on in veterans only?
Yes, at the moment we just can't find enough young guys to get together an A side. So the veterans is where we started, and the people behind it, including the past president John Phillips, worked very hard to get a side together of veterans, and you know we've got the spirit going again. It was great to see the green and gold flying everywhere as we got into the grand final last year.
That's my question. I was going to say, even the vets are still wearing the green and gold colours?
They are wearing the green and gold, yeah.
Are they stripes, or has it got a yoke? Or
like a
well, it has changed from our original because we were a bit too close to one of the other sides. So the club's basically got a new Guernsey, I suppose, as compared to what we used to wear, which is mainly all yellow with a nice green top to it.
And Graham, I'm told that Marysville might be packed out for a com this weekend because of the Alexandra Truck, Rod and Ute Show.
Yeah, that's a very big event that occurs over there, and you can't move in Alexandra. So hopefully Marysville's benefiting a little bit from that as well.
I'm off to
but we don't have a game on this weekend. It's next weekend that we're playing, and we're playing away at Upway.
Well, I'm off to that after the program today because of the memorial service at 2 o'clock.
Thanks for the warning.
Are you going up in a truck or a ute, champion?
Well, I'll be strolling around looking at the rods because I love looking at rods.
Graham, I'm intrigued. How long have you been called the Villains?
Well, I think the Villains goes right back to almost the start of the club. It started up effectively in 1931, and obviously with a name like Marysville, it was, I guess, a logical conclusion that they get us to call the Villains, and we've certainly supported that, and we've got a good logo for the Villains.
Now, Graham, I'm just interested in this time capsule. Is it only for Victorian teams, or can some of those pesky South Australians and New South Wales sides also have their details put in there?
Well, I can't answer that officially, but my understanding is the idea is that this is just to do it in country Victoria to start with, but certainly anybody who plays footy, I guess they'd be looking at as well. But the aim would be to get a lot of the Victorian clubs to think up the stories that they'd like to see to go into the time capsule and build up the fabulous wealth of information about what's happened over the years.
Yeah, in fact, country footy clubs can directly upload their stories, photos and videos at Federation Story, all one word, federationstory.com. And you can follow the link there also because we're on there as well.
That's right, we've made a submission.
Talking about our times visiting country footy clubs, and there's lots of photos and all to look at. And go on.
Have you ever had the game played in snow anywhere?
No, have you?
Yes. Marysville holds one of those as some of the, occasionally I catch up with some old players who recall having to have played in the snow.
You didn't play in the snow yourself, Graham?
I played on a couple of days when it was very close to or sleeting, yes.
Well, anyway, here's a chance for all footy clubs to actually, perhaps you can go confessional and tell the stories you've been keeping secret all these years and put them in the digital
time capsule. Graham, all the very best with the Villains, the Marysville Football and Netball Club. Obviously, you're going to be getting Auskick and juniors and everything happening there to build it up from the bottom.
Yeah, we'd like to, but can I put out, a word that anybody who would like to be a champion again and they currently are not playing, give us a call. We'd love to help, love your help to let us keep going with the Vets.
Back to the Villains. Graham, been great talking to you.
Cheers.
Thanks, Graham.
Graham Haycraft, who's president of Marysville Football and Netball Club. Now would be a good time to hit the phones if you want to join the queue for Covey's quiz, actually. 1300 222 774 is the number, 1300 222 774.
I'll take the combi up to Alexandria today.
What a good idea.